Own a business? Why not become a sponsor of the show and get your business heard by potentially thousands of people worldwide? Get in touch with us via our messenger on Facebook or email at australianufosighting@outlook.com.au. G'day folks and welcome to another episode of Encounters Down Under. Trevor, who is my dear old dad, joins us on the show to talk about an experience that he had with multiple witnesses and how this encounter planted the seed of interest into the universe of aliens and UFOs. We also had a technical error at the start, but it wouldn't be an Encounters Down Under live stream without something going wrong. But anyway, please welcome to the show, Dad. Trevor. Please welcome to the show there, Trevor. Welcome to the show, mate. Hey, going good, self? Oh, it's bloody crazy out there, isn't it? It's all mayhem. You'd think it's going back to COVID lockdown again. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Hang on, we're getting some feedback here coming through that we can't hear you. So, I don't know, does everyone can hear him coming through there? We've got to put some feedback that's saying can't hear you. Hang on, I might have to go and do some stuff here. Why is it not coming through? Oh, we might have to go and start it again. Oh dear. Hang on, what's going on here? So, hang on. Yeah, what is going on here? There's always going to be an issue with this place. With this, every time I do these little podcasts, let's see, I'll go through that one there. Nah, not through that one. Hang on, we'll get this one eventually. You just keep talking and just talk about some sort of nonsense, and we'll get you coming through. There we go on there. Nah, not there either. Nah, jeez. Yep. No, that's not it either.
Hang on,
there we go. That might have it. Have we got him?
We're working?
Oh no, have we got him? I think we've got you coming through now. I can see you coming through on the volume little setting there. So
righto.
So should have had a win.
Can we get some feedback from someone to say that we're coming through all right?
It's coming through. I think we should be having a bit of a win on this one because it's coming through on my end here with the little audio parts. So
righto.
Oh, yep, we've got a win. Jeez, every time I do this podcast, something goes wrong. It is unbelievable.
Well, mate, you're just going to have to get a little list there and go a tick-off list every time you start her up, dude.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
All right, well, let's start again, mate.
Yeah, so welcome to the show there, Trevor. Thanks for coming and joining the show.
And who am I?
You're my dear old dad who has joined the show there, who has basically got me into this whole UFO genre with your little experience there. So anyway, I'm going to sort of start off on my side of things there, how I remember this. So basically, I'm better asleep there. I think it was a school night. I'm not particularly sure when or where, but I know you had some friends over.
Oh, weekend, mate, weekend. Saturday night.
Weekend, righto. So I'm passed out of sleep, and all I remember is you rushing into my room. They're going, "Oh yeah, Ned, bloody."
Yeah,
so
wow.
I'm going to let you take it off from there because that.
All right, okay. So look, it would have been about 2:00 in the morning, and we had a couple over, and we're sitting outside, had a couple of drinks. That's it. Nothing where I was. I'm not going to allowed to say the word. I was not drunk. I was happy, but I wasn't even that happy. I was happy, but I had a couple of drinks. I had probably
tiddly.
Well, not even tiddly, mate. No, not even tiddly. Just had a few drinks. Yeah, that was it. And we're chatting about different things, and because these people are a bit into this sort of stuff, like, Lorna and I were, and it just, it buzzed me out a bit, But anyway, 2:00 came around, it's getting a bit late. See you later, guys. So we went out the front, and we're probably talking for another hour after that. So it would have probably been 3:00 by the time. So we're standing at the front there. They're sitting in the car, chat, as you do when you're saying goodbye. And anyway, I'm just looking up in the sky, and it's absolutely pure, beautiful, clear skies. And this is on the Gold Coast. This is at Madrabar, guys, on the Gold Coast in the hinterland. Looking up in the sky, and it was the stars, bright as. Looking up in the sky, and I saw this one really bright star. And I'm looking and going, wow. And I'm just checking it out, and Lorna's chatting away to him, and she's having a gas bag, and I'm looking up there, and next thing I saw this light just shoot straight from that star, poof, straight to another star, and that star's like, that wasn't as bright as the first one, but it was still bright, but it went like a falling star, and that's what I thought. Oh yeah, falling star, but that's where it stopped at that next star. And then I'm thinking, well, hang on, I should have seen it keep extending out through as far as you could see. And I've just said to the other three, I said, what? I said, do you guys see that? No, we didn't. I said, check this out. And they hopped out of the car then, and the four of us just looking. I said, look, I said, it went from that star across to that one there. I said, then it stopped. I said, and you can see it's very bright there. And they're looking, they're going, yeah, well, we can see the bright star there, and that one's very bright there. And anyway, we're all looking up there, and next thing, the thing shot up on an angle. So imagine on a piece of paper, you're writing yourself out a backwards Z. So you draw the Z backwards, all right? So we've done the bottom line from point A to point B going backwards on the Z. Now we're going from the B to the C, which is an angle upright, okay, like a triangle upright, yeah?
Yep.
And it's shot. Next thing, the four of us are looking at it, and next thing, this light's just gone pow and gone to this next star up there. And I've just gone, shit. Well, I'm swearing now. Shit.
You're right.
Did you effing see that? And the three of them gone, yep. And I've gone, wow. Shooting stars don't go around corners. And if it's a space station, well, it can't go that quick and it can't go around corners. And no plane or helicopter, because it's out in space, it's out in the stars. And I go, mate, you tell me what that is, because I tell you, I can't explain it. And we're watching it. We're watching this, right? So we're up to the third star. We're watching it. And next thing, another bolt of light has just gone straight out, like to finish the Z off, but the Z just kept extending until you could not see that light. It was gone. It just went right across, looking at the universe outside in space. It just kept going until you couldn't see it. Gone.
That would have been absolutely amazing.
You tell me. I've got no idea, and today I stand by my word. What I've seen. My wife saw it. My two friends saw it, and I've got I can't explain it. It's unexplainable, except for one thing, and that's what we're on here for.
Exactly.
And I tell you, I believe what I see, and I've seen that, and I totally believe in it, mate. That just absolutely sealed the deal for me. And just one day, I really hope I get the chance to actually confront and meet somebody from outer space, because that was just incredible.
That would be a dream.
Yeah. So what does anybody think about that, eh? Yeah,
that would be great. Look, I'm sure they'd be amazed. It is absolutely mind-blowing to see something like that. And like, you always hear reports of people talking about the zigzagging sort of concept or sighting they see, and it's like, makes you wonder, what is about the zigzagging? Like, what's the idea behind that? Like, is it some sort of cover or some sort of attention grab, or is it something to warm up the engines to go into a warp drive or something, or to go into a dimension or something? There's so many questions.
Anthony, with this space of these stars, though, you're looking at probably millions of kilometres.
Oh, I wouldn't say millions, because that's pretty well up there. But
well, how far is the moon away from? How far is the moon from the Earth?
Oh, geez, you got me now. It's like 200,000 kilometers or something. Oh, that's just a wild guess at it, but I know it'll be there in seconds. So yeah, right. So we're talking like you're looking at Mars and you're looking at a star over the other side of the sky. That's how far we're talking, a long way apart. We're talking from the Earth and we're looking at the stars. So that's a big view we're looking at. That would have been a long way between where that went to, and I tell you, it was just within a shoot of light, mate. It was incredible. Yeah. Oh, look, either way, it's still mind-boggling.
Oh, mate, incredible. So once we probably talked for another 40 minutes at the front there, just amazed at what we just seen.
Yeah.
And talking about all different stuff, and that's when I came into you, and I've woken you up, and that would have been probably about 4 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
Hey, wow, guess what we just saw, And you're, what? And I was like, mate, never seen nothing like that before in my life, And then I think we talked to you again in the morning about it all, and it's like mind-blowing. Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it scared the crap out of me, actually, when you're waking up there going, oh, we're just seeing a UFO. I'm thinking, oh, shit, we're getting invaded by aliens. All I remember, I was scared to go back to sleep. Then I'm like, oh, jeez. All right, you scared the crap out of me on that one.
Look, the proof is there, but the proof is there, Ant. Let's talk in. Let's do a bit of history on the stuff, okay? You'd like to go there?
Well, let's go. But before we do, guys, if you do have any questions there regarding dear old Dad's experiences there or anything like that, I've got questions throughout the show, there, by all means, put them in the comments there and I'll relay them. And also, guys, I just want to go on, just give me a little bit of feedback of what you thought throughout the show for the year there. I've got to go mention that at the start there. Any feedback, any sort of thoughts on the show throughout the year, what your favourite highlights of the show has been. So, yeah, by all means, guys, show us in the comments there, give us a bit of love on that side of things. And, yeah, I'll hand it back to you there, Dad.
Oh, I've got to add one thing on there. It wasn't a lens flare either, Dan.
Good on you. That is right. Hey, for all you know, it could have been a bug.
Boom, boom. It wasn't a lens flare, mate.
It could have been a bug in the light. That's how it is, mate.
What 8 eyes looking at it, eh?
Good on you. You had to go and throw that in there, didn't you?
I did. That's why I always put my little bit in there when you're putting something up on your page or
have a good old
the lens flare. You'll always get it. Bits and pieces. I'll put it on there now and again. I can't look. I believe in it totally, mate.
Yeah.
Don't you get me wrong, but I got to have a laugh too, though, because sometimes I have to. The lens flare thing is
I know it's sort of. I was sort of becoming a bit of a joke with it now, and I know it's starting to become a bit of a stigma on the page with the old lens flares and bugs and that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, people need to understand what cameras do and like a lot of illusions that cameras can create, and that's what I'm like. I know it's not to go and just discredit anyone, but it's just more like to go and inform people, like, going, hey, don't just go and assume that it's an alien craft. Like, there can be a lot of explanations behind something.
We'll get there. There's more to this, and I'll have a chat about this a bit through what we're talking about.
Yeah.
If you want, I'll let's do a little bit of history check, and go back a bit.
Yeah, right. Right. I'll let you go and take the reins. Go for it.
All right. Okay. Well, I think it was about 1968 in Melbourne, a little town. Can't remember the name of the town. It was near Dandenong, near where I was born in Victoria.
Yep.
In 1968, two cigar saucer-looking shapes were up in the sky, and all the school kids came out. It was above a school.
Oh, you're talking about the you got me now. Morwell's not Morwell.
No.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about though. The one that gets.
Yeah, it's right near Dandenong. It was between Noble Park and Dandenong.
Yeah. Now why have I got brain dead on that now?
Wade. I'm trying to think of the suburb. Yeah.
Got me on this one now. I'm sure some of the comments that you can go and throw us in there. Help us out.
Somebody can help us out. Yeah.
What happened? Westall. That's it. Thank you, Westall.
Westall. Yeah, we're all brain dead here, so it's all okay. We've got to try and jag the memory a little bit because we're all a bit brain dead. We're getting older.
Yeah. That also happened in '67, I think it was. Or
67. I said 68. Round there. So in the mid. Okay, I'll say late 60s.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Right.
Have I covered it now?
Mid 60s.
Mid 60s, yeah.
There you go. All right, go for it. You keep going.
So you're going to look at that, okay? Now, this is all pretty hidden, this was. So you've got a bunch of school kids and teachers coming out, and they're all looking at this. Look, I watch this stuff on YouTube, don't you worry. I'm mate, when I got my time out, I'm watching this, and I'm flicking through YouTube, and I'm looking at any information I can and checking all this sort of stuff out, mate. I'm believe, mate, totally, you know. And what they saw, and the teachers seen it. Apparently, some of the kids ran through the forest, and the thing was taking off from the ground. You know, the second one was taking off up from the ground. You know, when they got there, and next thing, bloody government departments all come running in, and police or whatever, and shut the whole thing down. Even taking the photographs that was getting taken. You know, incredible. There's proof in the pudding, eh?
Absolutely.
You know? And, you look at that stuff, and there's been sightings everywhere. But one of the biggest things we've got to talk about, which I absolutely, mate, blows me out the door, and I love every bit of it. Bob Lazar. Wow. Wowee. That's done it for me, that one. That's just put the nail in the coffin. That's it, mate. And mate, what he comes out with is, and telling you all about it, incredible, you know? How can you not believe the guy?
Well, he's been very convincing all these years. Like, he hasn't changed his story at all.
Well, why would you? Because if it's true, why would you change it for if it's true? Because it's true.
That's right. That's one of the things I was trying to get at. But yeah, it's if he hasn't changed his story at all, there's nothing there to go and sort of discredit him from.
Yeah, that's right. George Knapp, he brought it out. Here's the reporter. He brought it out, and what he was, what he did, obviously, hopefully everybody on here knows what it's all about, and that's just incredible, the machinery. Apparently, they're flying those things today. They're flying them now. They've worked them out and they're flying the damn thing. So there've been sightings of them. So, but they're not the actual UFOs out of space, but it's human controlled,
Yeah.
Incredible, I tell you,
Yeah, look, he's one of those guys I find very credible because he hasn't really monetized off it either, or he hasn't tried to go and continue on with anything on that regard. He's just sort of stuck to his story and then sort of just gone back to the shadows kind of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's tried to push the public away. Look, he's got random people coming to him and going, "Hey, I love you, mate. Yeah, you're my god," And he's going, "Mate, this is what happened. Just leave me alone." He actually wish he never did it now. Poor guy.
Well, it's a shame because it did draw a lot of attention to him there, and I guess if he didn't do it, it would have been someone else. But
there's been more since then. So
I know that, but he's the one that sort of broke the chain.
Wow. When you listen to his story, and so I think it was it C4 L4, I think the project area was in the side of the mountain. L4, somebody might be able to correct me because I'm a bit brain dead on this, guys. So I think it was L4 was in the side of the hill, and there was some great big roller doors or something, big doors. And he's coming on the bus. This is probably his second trip in there from the bus when he was flown in from LA. And one of the doors was open, and apparently there was 6. He looked down there, down this. It was into the side of the mountain. Looked down there, and there was 6 sources apparently down the side, all lined up. And have you seen that, Ann?
I have. It's been a while since I've watched it though. But someone's saying it's S4. So
could have been S4. Righto. Okay. Yeah. Right. See, I'll tell you, I'm brain dead.
Yeah,
all right. I just need. I'm nearly got it, but I haven't quite got it.
Yeah, that's all right. No, look, it's been a while since I watched the old Bob Lazar there, but either way, I've still enjoyed his stories and his.
That's what I'm trying to remember this stuff too. And he saw S4. That's here we go. I'm looking it up. I'm just looking it up now. What he saw at S4, detailing the craft he worked on. There you go.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Amazing. This Wikipedia is pretty cool.
That's cheating.
Need something to reference on, man.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything prepared, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But look, going back to obviously got Bob Lazar there, but you also got the Roswell sort of crash, and I know we've discussed this a lot too, and I think we're coming to agreement there that where that broke the technology side of the human side. Yes,
I agree totally. That's what I've said to you all your life. You tell me where everything, how you got to look. Okay, let's look at the mechanical age. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to steam. Okay, so in the late 1800s, late 1800s, they've got the steam trains and steam. Well, starting maybe the steam car. They've invented the wheels, carts, then the steam trains, and then we've got the motors, the gas motors, and it's all like 20s, 30s, 40s, bang, 50s. Things started to change a bit. And then the 60s, 70s, and mate, things are starting to fly. But how did it how did it explode so quickly? And then 70s, 80s, mate. It's just the 80s when you were born, mate. We had a mobile phone.
Yeah.
And here I am watching Star Trek, which I love Star Trek, and Lost in Space. I'm just big fans. And I hope you guys are too. The new Lost in Space, thumbs up if you watch the last series of that one. That's a ripper too. Get onto it, watch it, Netflix. Yeah, I'm just getting there. They owe me some money now.
Yep. It's free
Anyway,
advertisement.
hey,
Free advertisement.
advertising. Yeah, that's right. They can give me a cutback. Now, look, you look at Star Trek, mate. Yeah, beam me up, Scotty was never said. But anyway, like, beam me up, Scotty, flip phone, This is back in, back in the 60s. Here's a bit of quiz for you two guys. Which was made first, Lost in Space or Star Trek? Which one? Which series?
Lost in Space for myself.
Yep. All right, let's see if we can come back with something.
All right. Well, so yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So just to see what your feedback is, mate, and there's a bit of trivia.
Well, it depends. Are you going like book wise, or are you going TV?
No. Series on production.
TV production.
TV production, which came out first?
Yeah. Okay.
There was
I'll
Star
go
Trek
with,
or Lost in Space.
Lost in Space.
Okay. All right. And to see what everybody else comes up with. Do not Google it though. Don't cheat, guys. And look at that sort of stuff, mate. Look at the technology they had back there in the 60s when they were doing a production like that. And you go and you look today and go, yeah, guys, it's here. We've got some of it already.
Yeah.
We've got some of it already. And they were onto it, mate. They were onto it back then. Yeah. Pretty cool.
It is. It's very cool. Like, especially the people who actually created these movies, these shows. Just the imagination behind the technology they're sort of predicted.
Well, 60s, okay. Okay, we're going to go mid to late 60s when one of the shows we were talking about, Star Trek, with the flip receiver, two-way. Okay, so you went around, but in the 60s, mate, we had a friggin' phone up on the wall with an old dial, and it was Bakelite with this old handpiece with a big looks like old crappy wire hanging to it, and that was a phone back then, mate. That's how they rang you up.
Yeah.
70s we had a black phone with a big dial on the front of it. Then through the 70s we came to a plastic phone, was a bit better, cream one we had at home. And then I think we went to a wall phone with the dial. And then it went to a push button. First of the push buttons, that was getting close to the 80s, I reckon.
Phones.
Yeah. Well, this is getting not the Telstra phone you remember.
Oh, okay.
This is then it was a hang up one that we used to put up on the wall. Then we had a push button on that one too.
Oh.
And then remember that flat white one? You remember that one, the old Telstra phone? That
was classic.
Very flat one. That's the one you remember.
Yeah.
So they're the type of phones. So you look at the phones that they had there then back, like to the 60s. And I mean, like I was born in the mid 60s. So before then was like, I mean, I suppose they used a beer can or a can of spaghetti
with a string
and
attached
put
to
a string on it and put it to the other can of spaghettis. And that's how they used to do it back in the 50s, I suppose.
Yeah, I think they used to use paper planes too. Just throw them to each other.
Hey?
Just throwing paper planes to each other, hoping it reaches their target.
Yeah, that's it. But that's you look at that technology, okay? So that's what we had in reality, and they're showing that on a TV series and going, well, this is what we do on this production, and you're going, wow. And now let's fast forward it to now and go, man, mate, they were on it. They knew what they're on about.
Yeah,
they had it there already, eh? Warp drive, okay? Warp drive. Well, they're talking about warp drive. Yeah?
Yeah.
But now let's go back to Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
Now, he was, what do they call it? Not build, what do they call it? Debuilding, come on, guys, help me out here. Deconstructing, that's it.
There you go.
Deconstructing a small nuclear engine.
Yeah.
That's just awesome, mate, because, look, I'm looking into the future. Seriously, guys, with our, with the cars and that, I believe we're going to have a little nuclear thing in the car, and that's how our car's going to run in the end. It's either going to be hydrogen or nuclear.
Yeah, I'd probably go more towards hydrogen. I think it's a little bit safer than nuclear because there's less radiation in that, but it's...
Yeah, but, mate, we'll get safer, mate. Look, we'll get over that. I mean, look, I think Australia should be nuclear powered. Put it all out in the middle of Australia, mate, and should be safe out there.
Yeah, should be.
Away from everyone. Have a little city out there that they go in, fly and fly out. like you do.
Yeah.
And then have it right out the way for everyone, and that runs the whole Australia.
Yeah. Problem is, I think with nuclear power stations, they need to have a lot of water there to go and keep the nukes or the reactors
Is
cool.
it? Don't we have a inland sea?
Not really. It's dried up. I think.
Yeah. But they've got to dig it though. They've got to dig it and keep it like a big moat around it.
Honestly, I think there'd be a lot more effort to it than trying to just be able to go and
They could do it.
build one here. But it could be done. Yeah, if it really got down
Yeah,
to it, it could be done. But you know, environmentals, you got the Aboriginal cultures and land and all sorts of stuff to look for.
Don't go on about that. Don't
anyway.
go. Yeah.
I'm just saying that's where it can go. But that's where the difficulty is. So anyway, did we get an answer with the Lost in Space?
Don't know. Have a look.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, people are saying Lost in Space, but you know, so I've only got two answers here for Lost in Space.
So what have we got? How many have we got going Lost in Space, and how many Star Trek?
Only two people are going Lost in Space for the first one.
Yeah, it is Lost in Space. It is. That was the first.
Ta-da. Congrats, guys. Give yourselves a pat on the back for...
Yep, that was the first one. Yep, bloody oath.
Yep.
And I think that was 1966 was that, and 67 was Star Trek.
Yeah, okay.
So just go on, prove me right, guys, or wrong. Go on. There's another one for you. You can Google that one.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go back to... okay, so obviously, from memory, when you had your experience there, I can't remember what her name was. When you had the experience there, she was all right into that sort of stuff.
Yes, I can't remember her name either.
Jackie, or no, it wasn't Jackie.
Nah.
It doesn't matter. Either way,
boyfriend or husband was Rob.
Rob, yeah, can't think of it.
Can't remember.
Either way, she was right into it, and I remember her telling stories there where she was able to see the beings walking around, going into houses and stuff like that, and like that spun me out.
Yes. So that we got in a bit more involved in that later with that because we're talking a bit more about that because what we see, look, it's funny, okay? This is if you walk around with your blinkers on, you're not going to see much, are you?
No.
Right. So let's really think about it logically. You walk around and you've got your blinkers on, and you can do that when you're shopping, mate. You can do that when you're shopping. You just don't want to see stuff, you know, and you just don't care, and you just don't want to see it. When you take your blinkers off and you open your eyes up wide, it's amazing what you can actually see.
Yeah.
And by doing that, and this is what she told me. She goes, Trev, you've just got to be aware of what's around you and whom's around you. She goes, they're walking all around us all the time. And she goes, we are just not switched on, like the lights aren't switched on in our eyes to see what's going on. She goes, I believe in it, totally 100% believe in it. And she goes, and I see it. And at first I thought she was a bit, yeah, righto. And we were talking about this stuff while they were there, at our place before I actually saw what I saw up in the sky. When I saw what I saw, and so with Mum and her husband, mate, that was incredible, mate. Unless you put a big curse over us, mate, and made us see what I saw, but nah. I believe what I see with my own eyes, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, and I think that's what a lot of people do too. They believe what they see with their own eyes, and it's hard for people to grasp the concept of what is actually out there. Yes,
you know, and look, you know, I'm a logic. As you know, I think by logic. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a Mr. Spock, and everything has to be logical. Logic. I do everything. My life is by logic. Okay.
Yeah.
If it doesn't compute by logic, I really question it. You know.
Yeah. Which isn't a bad thing. It should question everything. Like it's for you to understand what's going on, or trying to get a better idea of what you are experiencing.
Everything I do, it's got to be a logic way. You know, I mean, like, all right, we're all putting there, put the foot down and speed and stuff like that. Well, that's not a logical thing to do, is it? Because what's going to happen? You're going to get done. But yes, so I've been there. Of course we have, you know. But most of the stuff I try to be logic in what I do and what I see. So. Now, what I'm going to bring up now is people are going to go, oh, no. But yes, I'm an atheist and I don't believe at all in the Bible or anything like that because, like I said, I believe what I see And my theory, I think we're colonists here on Earth from another species, a species like us. Even in what I've been even looking on YouTube and listening to the government and people who've worked for the government over in the US, mate, our DNA is the same as theirs because they've got aliens. They've got the bodies of aliens. They've had them alive, and we are the same DNA, human DNA, same DNA. So, mate, I believe that we are here from another species or same species up, but from another world. Why? Don't know. I think all the stuff like with the Bible and what they talk about in the Bible, stuff like that, I think that's all gods and what they've seen fallen down, the fallen angels. I think that's that could be aliens that they've seen in hundreds of years, because mate, they've been hovering around for a long time, and when you look at it, I'm probably jumping off the cliff here a little bit. When back in the 50s, when they started playing around with the nuclear stuff, we had a lot of action happening around, a lot of visual stuff happening with UFOs around. Yeah. Same with the 80s, with the Cold War, because I think they were checking on us to make sure we weren't going to blow ourselves up because we're playing with new technology. They've had the technology, they know the technology, and I think they've come in and gone, hey guys, back off because you're going to blow the shit out of yourselves.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And like in 1980 with the Cold War, they had the Russians and the Americans and they Exmouth in Western Australia. You guys probably all know about this stuff. I'm probably just going on stuff that people already know, but it's just great to talk about it because I can't talk to other people about it because they go, oh, mate, you're a bit of a dick,
You're a crackhead or something like that.
Well, no, mate, I don't use any of that shit.
No, but a lot of people
what I mean?
Put that
they think that we're a bit. Well, I don't give a shit what people think, really, about me. I don't care. As you know, I'm pretty, hard-headed, and what I believe in and what I feel about is that's it. And I don't care what other people think, but I put it out there. But you look at let's go back to what I'm talking about. Exmouth, there's one or two ships hovering about over the army base.
Yep.
A lady was involved. Two army guys were driving along the road too. Yep. There was the phone call going through to underground that to send a missile or get things ready to send a missile over to the friggin' Russia or whatever. And the whole plant went out. The whole army base was completely closed down power-wise. Everything shut down. Now, guys were on the army base looking up, and there's two discs sitting up above. People saw it, mate. And then the same thing happened over in Russia too. Their base went crazy. All the lights were going off, and they thought the missile was going to actually take off without them even pushing the button. Believe it or not, I think it gave them a great big scare. Oh, and then it all shut down. This is the same time. It was all happening. So, and then with the nuclear stuff back in the 50s and that, I think they were telling us then that, hey, mate, be careful what you guys are doing because you're gonna do something you're gonna regret,
Oh, absolutely. I've even said this before. Like it's a bit of a kudos to our visitors or whoever's looking after us to actually switching those things off because we'll be in a nuclear winter pretty much. We're still recovering.
Well, that's why they've done it. That's why they did it.
Yeah,
they're looking after us. They're controlling. Really, they're the ones that are controlling the Earth or us.
Oh, definitely.
Because that's why I think we're a colony. See. This is where what other people think. What are other people's views on this? Do I think we're a bit of a colony from another, maybe a race like us from another planet? And but they're highly, mate. They are up there, mate. Their technology is far beyond us, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think they're just trying to get us. They're just trying to find out how fast that we can evolve to their technology, I suppose.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories there where people have said like the Earth has had several wipes, so it's gone through a bit of a you know frozen over. You know,
A cleansing.
it's sort of like a cleansing. Yeah, like every ice age we have is
Hmm.
like a bit of a
Yeah,
cleansing kind of
yeah,
thing. And
yeah.
people are saying like there's been several cleansings, and the UFOs or the aliens, if you want to call them that, the terrestrials from the past cleanse. They were able to go and get themselves away from the cleanse and survive it, sort of thing. And we're sort of like the aftermath of that, maybe.
Or did they do it?
Well, they could have caused it themselves. Yeah, who knows?
Could they have caused it? Could they have been trying to do something before and then that didn't work and got a rubber and rubbed it out and used the cold to rub it out and then let's try it again?
Yeah, they
I
could
don't
have
know.
had nuclear winter themselves. They could have nuked themselves in the previous time as well. You never know.
We don't know. We don't
No,
know.
it's all questions and speculation at this
That's
point.
right.
But
That's
yeah,
speculations. It is, and it's like with a lot of stuff. It's all speculations. But I mean, like I'm looking my views and what I've seen. Seeing that, and what Lazar's coming out with, and just listening even to Jeremy Corbell, and George, Knapp, mate, they're coming out with some good gear, and the people that are interviewing is incredible.
yeah. And now that the US has sort of come forward from was it this year? I'm pretty sure they came forward with the
With the cigar and sorry, hang on, the what do you call it, the Tic Tac?
yeah, the Go Fast and the Nimitz and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, but they've also got in the Congress there. They've signed a thing there for them to go and say, look, these
Yep.
things do exist. We're admitting to them. We don't know what they are, but they do exist, and we're looking into it. And so coming into next year, we apparently in April, I think it is, we're going to be getting a new whole bunch of evidence. So
Beautiful.
we'll see how that
Can't
turns
wait.
out. Yeah.
Can't
It
wait.
should be good. I'm not holding my breath because every time they do say, "Hey, look, yeah, we're going to give you some evidence," and they give us something that's really not convincing or something that's really half-assed, sort of thing.
Look, I mean, I think we already know, Ant, but it's just going to be absolutely proven 100%. That's all.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Look, everyone.
Yeah. It's
Who
just
has
going to be
an
signed off and go,
experience-
hey, this is true, guys. We know you know, but you don't. We haven't said it's true though.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, everyone does know, but it's just like to get that stigma away from the whole topic. Like people keep saying, like you're on crack, you're a drug addict, or you're an idiot, you're loopy, all that sort of stuff. And it's like, well,
I don't look at that.
Look at the Americans. They just say these things bloody exist.
I don't look at it that way. I just think some people. Well, I mean, oh man, there's a lot of Bible bashers around, and you say anything about UFOs? Oh, there's no such thing.
Or they try and come up with some sort of explanation that has to be dealt with God or something like that.
Right.
I understand.
I'll tell everybody. Right. My wife and I, many years ago, this was about 98, 99, 90, 89. Sorry, 99, around that time. We were studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. Oh no, yes, we were though. We're just checking it out and just having a look. Haven't done this, haven't never did anything like this before, and we're sussing it out. And mate, and during that time, this is in 2000 when we saw this, or 2001, we saw this actually happening with this what we saw up in the sky. And I actually sat down one afternoon. We'll have a study, and I said, well, guess what we saw up in the sky last Saturday night? And he goes, mate, you're lying. I said, what? He goes, no such thing. I said, excuse me? I said, I just told you what my wife and I and two other people saw. He goes, you're full of shit. I said, are you calling me a liar? You? He goes, yeah. I said, see the front door there? I said, you know where the front door is? I said, don't come back ever. And mate, we knew these people very well, and you knew them too, Anthony.
Yeah, no, they were good people.
And they were very, very nice people. Mate, and you know me pretty well. I don't bullshit. I'm not a bullshitter. I don't go around spreading lies. I don't tell lies. I don't bullshit anyone. We saw what we saw. And for somebody to come out and call me a liar, mate, that's it. That's like putting a red rag in my face. That's it. That's pushed my button big time, and I said, just get out. Sorry, Jackie. I'm so sorry, Jackie, but I'm not having this, not in my home. I'm not having somebody call me a liar in front of me in my face. And she goes, I'm sorry, Trev. So she just had to follow her husband. That was it.
Yeah.
Never heard from. We never talked to him again. That was it.
Yeah,
Gone.
I think they were the people that sort of introduced you to the our other friends that I can't remember their names. Where you had the experience with, you had him over the
Yes,
weekend. I think they
Well,
introduced you.
they actually worked for him.
Oh, that's right. They did. That's right. They did. They worked for him. Yes.
Yeah, he was a painter, and they were. Her husband was a painter,
That's right.
and we had the cleaning business, and we met him probably 12 months, 2 years prior to that when we had the cleaning business. Caught up with him, and we became good friends.
Yeah, that's right.
And used to catch up on jobs because we used to do a lot of the cleaning jobs. So, and that did affect our job too when we kicked them out the door. That affected some of my work too. But anyway,
oops.
we didn't get some jobs out of that. Yeah, bugger. But hey, I'm not having somebody call me a liar when I'm not a liar.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I stick up for myself. You know that.
Yep.
You know exactly who I am, and I stick up for myself. And yeah, that was it. But yeah, so I can see that side of the religion side of it, and I mean, like I'm looking at both sides of it, and I'm going, yeah, righto. And you got to look at the logic side of it, and you got to remember with the Jehovah's, mate, they look into that Bible like a scientist, but mate, I haven't seen anything out of that book, mate. I've never seen anything true. But what I saw up in the sky there, mate, that was dead set true, and that's logical to me. What I saw it, and that's logic.
Yeah, I think there's a few things in there from the Bible that I can't quote anything off it. I'm just going off the top of my head from what I vaguely remember. But they do say that like there could be fallen angels or they're sent from the devil and from hell and whatever. They're supposed to,
They're stories. They're stories, though.
Stories, and like but
it's like I got my story. Well, that's my story, But is it true? Well, I know it's true. But if somebody else doesn't want to believe it, well, that's up. Doesn't want to believe it. That's up to them. But
yeah,
I know 110% it's what happened. 4 other people saw it with me, and so I'm not alone. No, I didn't get a photo of it. We didn't have. I didn't have a good mobile phone. That would have been 2001 when that happened.
Yeah, I think camera phones
we didn't have real good phones.
Come out then, and they were horrible.
And
trying to get anything.
And I would have had to pay for the film to come out too to get it processed.
That's right.
So that was another expense, and I didn't have a camera on me at the time.
No one carries cameras around with them when they see a proper full genuine.
Exactly. Well, we all do now, mate. We're all photographers now, mate.
Yeah, we are. Everyone's a pro at it now. Look at all these images we're getting, all these lens flares we're getting. But anyway, it's a whole. It's a massive wormhole with this sort of concept, this whole genre of UFOs, and like you can just keep going down the pit, right down. Like you got different races of aliens, reptilians, the insectoids, greys, so many different ones out there, and all these different people, like people being abducted, which is scary when you think about people getting abducted, because you've got no control of what's happening.
You hear that? Did you hear that come through?
Well, what are you doing blowing bubbles?
Did you hear that, did you?
I can, yeah. You blowing bubbles, you make a cup of tea.
No, I've got a container of cordial here. I'm having a drink of cordial.
Good on you.
It should be a beer. I bet you're sucking on a beer, aren't you?
No, it makes me burp, and I don't want to burp when I'm live streaming. and podcasting.
You what?
I don't want to burp when I'm podcasting, so I'm not drinking beer. I'm drinking water. Yeah, that's right. But look, back to the what I was trying to say. People getting abducted. Like it's scary because you got no control. You got no idea what's going on. People vaguely remember what's happening, and it's extremely scary when you think about it.
That I don't want to think of. Okay, that's the scary side, and I don't really want to. I probably don't get into that too much because that would probably be pretty, like I said, very scary. And that will probably make the mind wander a bit too much then. What they've come up with, and there's been a lot of claims come out from the US of people's, from the Air Force and that, Area 51, L4, whatever, that the people The aliens are the actual five. The five. You know what I mean by the five?
No, go explain it.
Okay, so you got the actual the straight five, right? We are the human is a straight five. 2 feet, two arms. Sorry, 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. There's five. The five parts.
Okay.
And most of them are all the 5 parts. What they've got there is they're a bit bigger head, bit short. They're a lot shorter than us, but they are the 5.
Okay.
So you'll if you get into it, involve it a little bit more and look into it and dive into it a bit more, you'll hear that come up a bit. Because at first I'm, what do you mean on about that? What's this about the 5? And it's the basic 5. It's the status of the human body of the 5. You stand up there with your legs out, hands up in the air. That's the 5.
Yep, that's an interesting concept. Because going from everyone's depictions of what aliens are, I would say that it goes off that 5 thing you just mentioned.
That's right.
Which is sort of strange. I mean, like Hollywood does delve a lot in different alien species and sort of stuff and you sort of makes your imagination wonder, like, why isn't there other sort of alien beings that do look like the aliens from UFO Hollywood concepts?
Yeah, well, that's right. Look, if we get on the sign, if we get down and jump into a telephone box and go downstairs and down to Men in Black, I mean, like, then we find out all those aliens downstairs, that we didn't know about,
Yeah, the underworld.
The underworld, mate. All these different looking bloody aliens down there, mate.
Oh, I'm sure there'd be.
Never even found them yet.
Because it does look like it makes you think too. Like look at all the species of Earth, like all the creatures and that. Like they are sort of in the 5 sort of species as well. But then when you come to the insectoid sort of thing, like insects and such, that's a totally different sort of breed or a species. And
yes, and there would have to be something like that out there too, mate. There would have to be.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure, like in like an intellectual sort of concept, like human intellectual.
Yes, exactly. And look, that's something you probably don't want to meet down the road,
Scare the shit out of you, wouldn't it?
Oh, wouldn't it? What, eh?
You wouldn't know what to do. Like even just like seeing any sort of alien being in the flesh would be scary as it is. But
look, I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think it'd probably startle me at first.
Yeah, I think you'd be more startled.
But then I'd go, hey, this is pretty cool, mate. This is what I've been wanting to see. I want to see that. This is what I've been wanting, for all these years to actually see, But probably never happened. But maybe it might do. Who knows? I'll let you know when it does.
Yeah, so that makes you like, I know you would have heard like stories of people's abductions and they're meeting aliens and such. People are also getting abducted and they're dealing with a sort of like a hybridization for humans and aliens. I'm not sure if you heard into that.
I heard you end up with a cancer, what's that? One of your viewers might be able to tell you. There's a cancer you get off at leukemia.
Oh,
so
really?
some of these people who've been abducted, they've come out of there and they've got leukemia.
Oh, okay. So I wonder if that's a thing that's.
It's radiation. See, it's radiation.
Yeah.
So they've gone into the ship. And they've been probed, whatever, mucked around with, checked out, stepped back out again.
The whole probing thing was a bit of a Hollywood spin-off on that one. I haven't seen the movie. I can't remember what it's called now. It's got
probing is still putting needles in you. They obviously want blood samples, shit like that, skin samples, flesh samples, whatever. So that's probing. I mean, like drilling on the side of the head. Don't know.
Yeah, sorry. I went off the concept of the anal probing. The old 90s joke that went around. That stupid thing. Sorry, that's where I went immediately when he said probing. I'm like, oh no, here we go, probing.
No butting here, Anthony. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good.
No, we'll keep out of the butt side of it. Okay, we'll keep that one clean. All right.
But anyway, as I was saying,
we won't go there.
I think Hollywood spun off on that one. They turned the whole thing into an anal probing, and it just turned into a big joke from there. That's where I think the big stigma came from with anal probing. But anyway, like you're saying, people do get they get tested on needles and stuff like that, and women do get their eggs and samples taken out of them to go and create these hybrid beings.
Yes. So they're checking us out. So now when a craft crashes here, and we get them. What do we do?
Well,
What are we doing to
them?
Aren't we?
Well, yeah, we do.
We just cut them up. We just dissect them and cut them up.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know. Look, I don't know. I think they're dead. Then I don't know. There's a couple apparently living. There's same area back over there. There was this craft that smashed, and there was something like 8 or 9 of them were alive. 16 people or so. Look, I'll get somebody on here will go, hang on, this is what that happened at, and this is what happened. But I vaguely remember there was about 16 people who saw it on a farm or something like that, and there was about 9 aliens in the craft.
Yeah, I think about 3 or 4 of them survived, wasn't it?
Well, I thought it was a bit more. I thought it was about 9. There was a couple gone dead, and there was about 9 of them. It could have been, look, don't get me wrong. Could be. Look, I'm
not quite yet, but yeah, I can remember something like that story. I remember. Yeah.
And that was pretty full on, you know, and that was kept damn quiet too.
It was, yeah. It's amazing how, like, if you go through the history, like how well they've kept things really quiet.
Oh. Mate, yeah, and it's funny though. The US, I mean, the US Air Force and Army had control of this. Then it went to a private enterprise. All private enterprises looked after this now.
Yeah, you went to the Project Blue Book and all sorts of stuff.
And, yeah, but private. It's not government. It's private enterprises.
Yeah, I can't.
Are looking after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
There would have been heaps of little side governments having a bit of the old.
But still going. It's still going. It's private.
Oh, yeah,
private
absolutely. Even like the To the Stars Academy. I don't know if you've heard much about them.
Go on, try it. What is it?
To the Stars Academy. It was started by lead singer from. Oh, geez, can't my brain work now? Why can't my brain work tonight?
See?
What are you doing to me?
Like father, like son, see?
Yeah, no, geez, you got me on. It's the old 90s band. It's one of my favourite little bands. They're good. Why can't I even think of it now?
What does it start with? Let's go. It starts with...
Blink 182. There we go. That's Blink. You remember Blink 182?
Blink. Nah, never heard of them.
You would have.
Have you heard of Sherbet? You ever heard of Sherbet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know them.
Yeah, righto. Ever heard of the Divinals?
AC/DC, you heard of them?
Yeah. Anyway,
that's my era, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, look, Tom DeLonge. Tom DeLonge's the name I'm trying to think of. He was one of the band members of Blink 182.
Yeah.
And he apparently had an experience himself, and it sort of got him into the whole wormhole of the UFO topic there. He actually ended up starting a little side company or organisation, you can call it that, called To the Stars Academy. So anyway, he got all these big wigs coming in there to go and try and bring all this out. So, trying to roll some names. I think George Knapp did get involved. Jeremy Corbell got involved as well.
Really?
Yeah. Look, there's some big names in it. Lou Elizondo got into it. Lots of big names. So they was sort of got into this big concept of the UFO. They're trying to bring it out, and they did help a lot. And that's how we got the Nimitz and the Go Fast footage from that.
Yeah, right.
So they helped bring that out. So yeah, they had a massive big names coming through, but they've sort of broken up now, and now Lou's just doing his own thing, and he's been carrying the whole UFO thing now at the moment. He's our bigwig for bringing out disclosure and information and evidence and stuff like that.
Right. Okay.
Obviously, he can't say too much because of his, like, he's still under. He was a what was he? He was a defense. I'm trying to think of it now.
Was he Air Force Defense? Something like that, was he? In the but look, there's
he was intelligence agency, like intelligence for defense, I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah, counterintelligence, I think, like special agent. He was in the government anyway. He was into defense and that, and so he had lots of experience, like obviously having trying to cover up UFOs and stuff like that. And he obviously retired from the resigned, what do you want to call it, from the US defense and that. And then he started going to the Stars Academy and basically went from there. And there's a big story on it, but I'm sure people know about it everywhere.
Yeah, I haven't really looked into that, man. I'll have to have a
It'll
look at
keep you
that.
up to date on what's going on anyway. It's a
Yeah,
lot more going on than what's just been happening in the past, and it's going to be a big breakthrough. And that's what That's what I was saying to you before. In April, we're expected to have another
right.
bit of evidence, explanation behind what's the military. This is supposed to be all from military experiences. So what
Yeah, I know.
obviously what fighter jet pilots have been experiencing, and anything that's been happening in the Navy, Army could be going to somewhere random and encountering crafts. People would have heard stories from military going into these places there and interacting with
Yeah.
alien crafts or alien beings even. And
Well,
obviously being kept quiet.
have you talked to your viewers about this Tic Tac that they saw a few years back?
I wouldn't have talked to everyone about it, but I've had people who have spoken about it. I even had Ross Coulthard on the show that we had a bit of a chat about it.
Okay, this is the probably the producer I was talking to you about before then, wasn't
The Channel 7
I?
journalist. Yeah. Well, yeah, I had him on the show there a few months ago,
Really?
and
Okay.
we spoke about this. And yeah, look, he's an intelligent guy. He's done a lot of work, old Ross. He's so big shout out to him. He has done a lot of work, and he came out of nowhere. He literally came out of nowhere and going, "Hey, look, I've got this show coming out, and we're seeing the show." He covered a lot of things, like with the Nimitz and the Go Fast, and that. He spoke to Lou and a few other people over in America about their experiences.
Yep. Yes.
I'm sure a lot of people would have seen the show as well, but they even covered the Australian stuff, which was awesome because Australia gets left behind on a lot of things.
Yeah, but the Exmouth, like I was talking about before, that was a big part of it too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely.
And also at West Door.
Yep, that's what. Yeah, you covered that.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that was all covered, and that's big sightings in Australia.
Yeah. Oh,
Huge
absolutely.
sightings,
That's our biggest ones. That's right. And also, what was the family's name? The Knowles family.
Pass.
You're not sure? You don't know the Knowles family?
No. Pass.
Oh, really? So
No.
basically, they got chased by a UFO in their car out in the middle of was it what's that place in New South Wales there that road? I think it was down that road.
That road. That's a funny name of the road. That road.
Yeah, that road.
Was it?
Australia has a few weird, funny name roads.
Sure. What is it? The Pacific Highway?
No, it wasn't Pacific Highway. It's that. What's it? Is it the? I'm trying to think of it now.
New Highway?
No. It's a really random. Like it's known for its weird shit that happens down that road. The Nullarbor, I think it is Nullarbor.
That's Western Australia, dude.
No, that's New South Wales. I'm pretty sure.
Nullarbor Plains is going from South Australia to Perth, dude.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, there you go.
Nullarbor Plains, mate. Yeah.
That's
just a bit. That's just a bit across a couple hundred miles, thousands of miles. Over,
I'm going to search this up now.
Down a bit and cross a bit, buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to see where. Oh, damn, it is too.
have another drink, buddy. Have another drink.
Yep, I do. Bugger. Yeah. Look, anyway, basically they got chased by a UFO, and I'm sure you would have seen this. They were I think it was 80s or 90s. I can't even think of it now. So
really,
I'll search this up again. So it happened in '88, I think it is.
88. Okay.
So I'm surprised you didn't pick up on it, but you're probably working or doing something. You're probably
88. What was I? 88.
You've been working in the
I
casino
was up
back
in
then.
the Gold Coast then, wasn't I? So
Yeah.
you were born 87. You were born year old. Yeah, I was having to go out to work to look after you, mate.
Yeah, no, you were working in the casino probably.
No, probably not then. No. 89, I think 89. Yeah, it could have been actually. Yeah.
Anyway, so there was a big thing that happened around that time. That was a big headline for that time.
Yeah. Wow.
I'll have to go and do a bit of a segment. I'm trying to plan on doing stuff like that, but
I'll dive into that and have a little bit of a look at that, dude.
Yeah.
Look, I remember there was one down at Rosedale Sale on the way to Sale, Victoria. One had apparently landed in the grass there. It was seen by a motorbike and a couple of cars on the that would have been on the Gippsland Road. That would have been the Princess Highway. going through there, Princess Highway, South Gippsland, Rosedale, Trelvin, out that way. And apparently landed. I think I've been to the spot there, I remember rightly too. And the imprint of the actual saucer and the legs, you could actually see where it left its remains of the imprint. Pretty cool.
That is cool. I have heard a lot of stories there where people have seen weird lights happening in their backyards on their properties, and it's actually leaving an impression in the grass.
This is off the side of the highway, so it was a big thing. It was on the news and local papers, and this would have been, I think it was the 80s, I think it was. And yeah, we went down and had a look. You know, this is a long way from where we live, but not far from my sister where she lived. But yeah, that's pretty cool. My sister would know more. Could tell you more about it. She knows all about that. And she's a bit of a Star Trekkie too, mate. She's into that. She believes in a lot of that too. But
yeah. Now, is these also the one that happened in Australia, down Victoria, where old mate was flying in the plane going down to Tasmania? Remember that one?
No, I haven't heard that one.
You haven't heard that one either. Jeez. So basically, I can't remember what the year it happened is, but anyway, he's left from Victoria to go to Tasmania. And basically, as he's flying along, he's called up the towers saying, I've got some weird craft coming around me, some weird objects flying around me. And next thing you know, he's just gone, disappeared.
He has?
Yeah.
Never found again?
No, never.
Oh, wow. Not good.
So, yeah.
So what's that tell you? Don't go on a light aircraft and go to Tasmania from Victoria.
Yeah. I think that was around the same time. It wasn't, well, it might have been a bit of difference, but it wasn't sort of the same decade as when Westall happened.
60s?
I think it was the 60s, or it might have been maybe the 80s.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure. It could have been. I'm trying to put a link to see if there was something that happened between
What we should do is doing a bit of research and document a lot more of the Australian stuff that's actually happened. And do a bit of an article up on it, and then bring it up on your podcast, and have a chat with a few people about it, or me again, if they want me on there or not. And we can have a chat about all the different ones that have come up, and I'll do a little bit of research and have a look, and we could do that, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, look, I've had this thing in the books there for a while now. I've been wanting to start doing a bit of a documentary sort of podcast and just doing a bit of a history flashback of the Australian mysteries of the UFOs.
Sightings, yes.
So it is something I have thought of. It's just going to take a lot of time and effort. And
of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. But look, I mean, look, a bit of effort there. Look, it'll probably take a month to get it together.
Yeah.
But at least, look, everything's all about the rest of the world. You don't hear too much, like you said, about Australia. Now, if we can get together and we can bloody do a little bit of investigating on this, and maybe some other people, some of the viewers want to jump in and help out this too, as well. And we can try and put it together, and we can have a bit of a podcast and have a chat about it and bring it all up and have a chinwag about it.
Yeah.
And this is if people are interested in this, some pretty good topics we can talk about, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Look, I do have a few people there lined up that I'm hoping to get on the podcast when they're available. So these are people that been studying and also been looking into this whole thing and even experienced themselves these sort of things. So yeah, I do have people lined up. It's just a matter of trying to get them on there at the right time.
Yeah.
So, but that should be all coming in for next year, hopefully, and hopefully works out well. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to chat this off air one time.
Yep.
Maybe Christmas Day, or when you're down here for Chrissy.
Yeah.
And we'll have a bit of a chinwag about it.
Absolutely.
And see if we can put our heads together and get something together for the viewers and the podcast and find out some more Aussie information of sightings and facts of what's happened around here in Australia, because look, there's a lot of stuff I don't know, and like you're throwing at me, and I'm going, well, I don't know about that. I haven't heard about it.
Yeah. Oh, look, honestly, I thought it was something that you would have grown up with.
Yeah, well, mate. Yeah, but I was in my teens then, late teens, and what am I doing?
No, you're out drinking.
Mate,
whatever.
Yeah, out in my race cars, bloody. out there doing the stuff that you did when you were in your young life, you know?
Yeah,
So
like, everyone
who
would have
cares
had that.
about what's going on in the news, mate? You never watched that.
No, you didn't know. I used to
But
hate you putting the
but
news on. It was
now
shit.
you're coming into that time of life where you're starting to get interest. You have a home, you go to work, you come home, you've got family, you've got to settle down. You're not out there doing a young bloke stuff now. You're getting middle aged now. Oh, middle aged now.
Yeah, I'm halfway through my life span anyway.
Yeah. So this is where you start settling down, and then you start looking at the news and you start looking at stuff, and you start realizing you go, "Wow, did that happen back then?"
Yeah.
And this is where you're throwing stuff at me now because you've been researching a bit more than I have. I've been looking at more of the American and US and Russian stuff, Ukraine sightings and stuff. Though I've been more into looking at that of what they've been coming out with than the Australian stuff. So I will look into this, and like I said, I will chat to you about it and have a look and we'll see what we can dig up.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be a really good podcast, Dan.
It will.
And get on there and we'll see what we can drag up. And if people are interested in listening to this sort of stuff, we'll try and get something together and have a bit of a chinwag about it.
Yeah. Oh, look, I definitely do have a cog in the works there of this sort of thing. It is going to be happening at some point. Just like I said, it's a matter of getting them on there, getting the time, really.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
But it will definitely be happening. So, yeah, look, definitely, obviously, more hands the better will actually help get through it and make it happen a bit quicker. But
exactly.
No, it's definitely going to be coming. It's hopefully this coming year. Something to look forward to.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
But anyway, look, we're coming towards the end of the show. Is there anything else you want to sort of add to this whole thing?
Mate, they're out there, mate. Believe it, and don't be naive because they're out there, and don't care what anybody else says because what you see, believe it. What you see. We're not kooks. It's just, like I said, I've got my theory on what's going on, and I stick to that all the time. And I'm not afraid to tell people straight to their face about it. I don't care. I believe in what I believe in. It's just like somebody knocking on your door trying to throw the Bible in your face, mate. That's what I am. But I don't go knocking on people's doors. And it's out there, mate. Like I said, just believe in what you see, and do a bit of if you're not sure, dive into it and look into it. Just look into it a bit more.
Stay open-minded to it.
Yeah, very open-minded because, mate, what I saw, mate, is what I saw, and that's it. I stick by my gun because that is nothing. What I saw there that night, there's nothing logic of like a human can put together there. What that happened, it's just we've got nothing to prove that. It was just something totally out of this world.
Yeah.
And no human had nothing to do with that. No way. But keep open-minded. That's it. Never a Merry Christmas too, guys?
Yeah, absolutely. I hope everyone has a safe Christmas. But it also it doesn't just stick to the whole UFO topic either. It also comes down to like the paranormal world as well. Like you got yowies and ghosts, ghouls or whatever you want to talk. People are seeing things like
well, you're going to open up a can of worms now.
Yeah. So just on that, you haven't seen anything paranormal, have you? Just to go and put a bit of a spin on the whole podcast.
I haven't. That creeps the hell out of me. That's real. That gets under your skin and creep. That's very creepy. But I do believe in the afterlife. I wish there was something in the afterlife. I hope so. Anyway. My parents, your name Pop's gone. My parents are gone, and I really wish they can see us. They're hovering around. Look, I don't believe in the Bible or any God or anything like that, but mate, I wish there was an afterlife and they could see us, and but that's all you can hope for, But has it happened to me? Anything like that? Well, I wish my dad. Look, after my dad passed away, you probably think I'm crazy, but mate, he was waking me up at 3 o'clock every morning. So, and he was talking to me in my head, going off. There was things that he wasn't happy with after he passed, things that weren't working the way he said he wanted to work. and he was waking me up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That happened for probably 6 months after. So you tell me, is that me or is it him actually coming into my head at 3 o'clock 3 a.m. every morning? On the dot, 3 a.m.
It makes you wonder,
I don't know. My hands are up in the air. I don't know. Is it me or is it him coming in my head at 3 a.m.? Why did I wake up at 3 a.m. every morning? I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up and I said to my wife, I go to Mum, I said, bloody Dad, he's done it again. He's bloody woke me up again.
Yeah, it's scary on the thought, eh? It's scary on the thought, like
again.
what's out there, what's happening. And
oh, Jesus. It's, I don't know. I mean, how do you prove that sort of stuff, eh? It's just like, you end up leaving me be for a while, like 6 months, eh? Look, I know I was grieving for him too, but, is it the brain overreacting? I don't know. But he's actually talking to me and he was going off. He was not happy with what was happening. I won't get involved I won't go into what was going on at the time and what he was going off about, but that's the private stuff of the family. But he was going off. He was not happy, and I understand exactly where he's coming from.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. It does leave a lot of questions, doesn't it? And a lot of people think that even the UFO sort of side of things is a spiritual sort of gain, and it spiritually binding. Or I can't even think of the words now to think of it, but it's sort of throwing me off a little bit here now. But there's a spiritual connection between UFOs as well as the paranormal side of things as well, a spiritual side. So
they don't have to talk to you. They just talk to you through your mind.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Completely.
So
that's how they apparently how they do it. So it was my old man doing that. That's what was happening. There was no speech. It was just in my head. Telling me.
That's weird, isn't it?
I'm not happy with blah, 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 blah. This is what should be happening. And I said, well, I've got no control, mate. You did it. You did it as you wanted, but you stuffed. I said to him straight out in my head, you stuffed up, not me.
Yeah. But anyway, look, so if anyone's got any questions there for dear old Dad, Trevor here, if anyone's got any questions there before we go and end the show there, throw them in now. Otherwise, we'll probably leave it there. So we'll give it a couple of minutes there. But yeah, so just to cover over, like, amazing sighting there. What did you say? About 99, you reckon it was?
No, that would have been 2001.
Oh, 2001.
That would have happened.
Yeah.
2001 it would have happened. 2001, yeah.
Either way, an absolute amazing experience there, and that's sort of basically opened your world to the whole concept of things, and it's scared the crap out of me there when you woke me up, and it sort of put the seed into my head there of going, these things are around here, and bit open to the whole idea until I actually finally had my own experiences. So definitely opens up the concept of things, doesn't it? When you have your first experience there, or sometimes it does take that one instant experience to go and question things and go, wow, these things do exist.
Yeah, I didn't question myself. I looked at it and went, wow. What the? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's absolutely amazing. But yeah.
What the F?
So.
No, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, what a buzz seeing it though. It was just, and you're questioning yourself. What can it be? It can't be a satellite. It's not a satellite. No, it's not a shooting star, because shooting stars don't go back the other way. And they don't do a Z. They don't do a backwards Z. Yeah. They don't do it's like a Zorro sign, eh? But go backwards, eh? And nothing else. It's out of space, so and it was just a bright white light, and it just shot. Boom! It was quick as a gunfire going across. You could just make out the bright light going to the other star. Stop, and then it straight up. And this was in probably the matter of 5 minutes. So think of the kilometres and this is wide apart. This is a big Z up in the sky. So we're looking from one point, looking at this massive sky. So like I said, he'll have been doing millions of kilometres, going from there to there to there.
Yeah.
In a matter of microseconds. Just a spit of light.
It's incredible.
And I'm just going,
it's amazing.
Nothing here does that.
Nah, I honestly, I can't think of anything that can do that except for, something that's well beyond
There's
our
nothing.
technology of reason.
Yep. Oh, completely beyond our technology. And I tell you, what a buzz seeing it. I tell you, because it's just every time we talk about it or think about it, I just go, "Wow, I have seen something, and I can say that I have,
Yeah.
and I know what I saw,
Yep.
and I believe in what I see."
Yeah.
And that's all I can say. And I leave that with everybody. Believe in what you see.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if three others beside you saw the same thing, mate, you're not going crazy.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
So,
Maybe.
yeah.
And
Anyway.
I'm happy I've enlightened you to bring you into this journey, because it's just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, look, you planted the seed. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And look where I am today. I'm
There you go. See?
diving into it, created a page,
Yep.
and
There you
also
go.
created a podcast.
Congratulations on it,
So,
See?
thank you for creating that seed.
There you go. It's just, the old man's not crazy either.
Nah. Well, maybe he is a little bit. He's a little bit loopy sometimes, I think.
Oh, you mate, we're all looking.
Question your sanity sometimes, I reckon. But
Oh,
anyway.
Logic. Full logic, mate.
yeah. No, that's all good. Look, thanks for coming on the show there, Dad. It was great having you on the show and talking to you about this whole concept. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We could have kept going all night, I reckon, going down this whole can of worms, this little rabbit hole of what's been going around the world, and it could have kept going all night, I reckon.
Wow, it's funny. I remember we've been on for nearly an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And here I am saying shit. Well, I've only got about 10 minutes stuff to say to you about
Look,
it.
it's amazing how much it drags out.
Yeah, and what are we going to talk about afterwards, dude? I said, well, I can talk about a few things, that I know about. And,
Yeah.
and here we are about another hour and a half, or nearly an hour and a half later. Oh, geez, It's been good, dude. Good.
No, look, I have people come on, like, they message me on the page there and go, oh, look, it's only a short sighting. I'm like, probably only go for like 5 minutes. It's like, look, you'll be surprised how much it can just keep dragging out. And like next, like you might think of like a 5-minute sighting and explanation but next minute's half an hour, and we're still talking about it.
Yeah, it's just look. I wish the date of it happened, the time. I know it happened about 3:00 in the morning. The date, I don't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
No, that's fair enough. Look, sometimes you're not even paying attention to that. You're just paying attention to what you just said. It's like still mind blowing.
That's right. The night was just super. Like the nights we get up here where we live.
Yeah.
It's just like big television, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
look, surprisingly for Mudgee Bay, it was really bright out there, considering it was like on the outskirts of the Gold Coast.
Yeah. We did have the good thing about it though. We were over the other side of the mountain, which did cut out the lighting from surfers and the rest of the coast.
Yeah.
So we were on the backside of the Mudgee Bay of the hill there. So that made our little hollow there a lot darker.
Yeah. Yeah, and I get that. It's just like still though, considering like it's a massive city, like we still managed to get a good scope of the sky.
Whoa, yeah. But geez, we got I suppose 1990, 2001, it wasn't as big as it is now because, mate, it's just gone crazy now. But it was just, wow, it's just incredible. You look up there and it was just, mate. And I still look up there. Look at some nights I just go there and it's a clear night. I just stand out there and look at it and go, come on, mate, where are you, mate? You're going to show me again?
Yeah.
Well, I want to see that again.
Yeah, look, a lot of people do. They sort of sit there and hope to see something again.
Stargaze again, One day, I think I might even get a blanket and throw it out in the back lawn and just lay there and just look up in the sky and just have a look,
Yeah, it's like you're still trying to chase that first buzz you got from the UFO sighting.
And I think it was a buzz.
Absolutely, isn't it? Mind-boggling. It's just absolutely incredible.
Yep.
You're just like a little kid at a candy store, like, holy
the candy store going, I just saw. Yep.
Yeah.
And you're beaming out. You want to tell everybody about it, but then you think about it and go, everyone's going to become loopy.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say before. Like, sadly, the stigma ruins a lot for it, and this is the part where I'm hoping this podcast and a lot of things can sort of help encourage other people to sort of come forward with their experience, and it is opening a lot.
exactly. Don't, like I said, hey, believe in yourself. If you've seen something, hey, and we'll have a chat about it. This is the perfect thing. Just come out and have a yap about it, don't care. Why should you care? I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't, be strong about yourself and just, if you want to have a yap about it, even off air, get in contact with Ant and have a chat to him, but mate, we've been there, we all know about it and we believe in it. And if you want to have a chat about it, do it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You got to tell someone. Hey, you can't help.
Oh,
You can't keep it. You have to tell someone about it.
Oh, absolutely, definitely.
These experiences are just fantastic to hear.
Isn't it? Oh, it's some amazing stories. And
true, it's happened. It's true. It happened.
it has.
And all I say, mate.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, when you think about it, all these people around the world, they're seeing these things. They don't know each other from a bar of soap, and they're seeing similar things or same things nearly. So, you tell me, they can't all be kind of like working together to go, hey, look, let's go and make up some bullshit that all these UFOs are seeing. These people are seeing it.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I'm total, mate. I'm total boiler. I'm a dead set believer, mate. I believe that any more. I believe that more than anything. Most of the stuff in my life, mate. I believe in that.
Yeah. No, that is awesome. So yeah, look, either way, absolutely amazing. And look, thanks again for coming on the show, Dad. It was great having you on here. So it's yeah, it's amazing. It's I'm kind of sort of speechless now. I don't know how else to say. Thank you for planting the seed again. So
that's all right, buddy. Look, this is a good catch up for the last hour and a half, anyway.
It is. It's been good. So, look, all right. Thanks again, Dad. Trevor, for those who don't remember his name. But yeah, anyway, thanks. Thanks for coming on the show. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, cool. I just hope everyone enjoyed it. And awesome things can happen, mate. And what an experience. And look, we're talking a bit of bullshit too. No bullshit, but talking a bit of going on about different things all the time. And I'm a bit sketchy from here to there and everywhere because I can't think of names and crap like that. But it's just it's a fantastic thing to look at. UFOs and aliens and stuff like that. It's very intriguing.